Weapons will form, but they will not prosper. Okay. Spiritual court is now in session. We're starting off with a bang here. So there were weapons that was being formed against you, but you are protected. Let's see what else. Wow, it could be your own family. People that you are related to one way or another. And it says, let go of what you cannot control. Look at that. All right, some of y'all, maybe you know, because it's family, you believe blood is thicker than water. Listen, don't let that shit get you lost in the sauce, believe in that. All right, and I'm telling you from experience, okay? Don't let that shit get you caught up, okay? Because there's people, yeah, look at that. Since you were a child, siphoning from your energy. You see what I'm saying? So since you were a child, siphoning from your energy, definitely got to be family. They've known you since you was a child, and they've been siphoning from your energy. I know that I've been through that with somebody. All right, so that was part of the karmic lesson that I needed to experience, and y'all need to go through the same thing. Some of y'all, it is family. For some of y'all, it's a lover. For some of y'all, is a friend. You know. For some of y'all, it's everybody. Everybody's an op because everybody is in karmic energy. All right, but this one in particular is somebody that has been siphoning from you since you was a child, and they wanted to keep doing this, but we're seeing here that God is not letting that happen. And when I asked God, right, because I went through the same thing, I was like, why? All right, and it was because it's a karmic lesson. Okay, we have to go through these things for us to become wiser with these type of situations, to awaken to these type of things, to understand that, yeah, blood is thicker than water, whatever, but no, not with this one right here. Okay, not with this one. This one you cannot trust. This one is a problem. Okay, so basically, you know, that's what Spirit was showing me, that it was that, okay, that I needed to learn from that. I needed to go through that, and that I was never gonna lose, you know, like it was just a lesson for me and a lesson for them as well. Okay, and now they're learning this lesson the hard way. It says here they're keeping tabs on you. Okay, so they're stalking you. If you're on a platform on social media, they're watching you. They could be stalking you also through readings, you know, trying to get updates, trying to see if the voodoo's working or not. All right, you could have told somebody about this in your family, that this person does these things, and they was gaslighting you. They say you was crazy, that would never be possible, that's crazy. All right, but don't worry, God is with you. You're not alone. All right, like I told you, you're not alone. All right. Yeah, you're ending a cycle. See what I'm saying? You needed to go through that. You're wrapping up this cycle. It's the end of a cycle. You could be seeing angel number 1010, letting you know that it's over for all this siphoning and all this bullshit. All right. We have here, mean what you say and say what you mean. So basically stand 10 toes. You don't want to deal with this person. You have your boundaries, whatever it is, say it and mean what you say. Stand on it. Yup, look at that. You are releasing what is not in alignment with your purpose. Absolutely. That's what's happening here. You're closing out the cycle because this person, look, they're on top of this energy here, this family member that was siphoning from your energy. This could be somebody else, and they're just a drama magnet. You know, you are releasing a whole lot of karmic energies. That's why I be telling y'all, take it how it resonates, because it is a group reading. Look, see, for somebody is a sibling. See what I'm saying? So it's a group reading. For some of y'all is a family member. For some of y'all is a lover. So you take what resonates. All right. So yeah, sibling, drama magnet. All right. They could have been into this, but we're gonna keep going and see what else. All right. But yeah, like these are people that you are closing out a cycle with. All right, it's over. What else? You are the main topic. They could be talking about you in the group chat. Yeah, look, I said they was watching you. Virtual stalking, and then they talk about you. They go into the group chat and they talk about you all day. Like they don't have no life. Let's see. So, surprise. Wow, look at the surprise right here. Bottom of the deck. Death Magic Boomerang. Wow, that's going to be the surprise. They keep watching you to see if you're going to pass away one day. Yeah, look who's watching you. The haters. All right, is that what they're waiting to see? That one day, you know. No, that's not happening. Like, let's be for real. All right, so what's going to end up happening, though, is that now they're going to have to prepare for a funeral. Because that shit is going right back. Death Magic Boomerang. Okay, right back. Yeah, they cock blocking, trying to block your blessings. More. It says here they need your help. Too bad. Okay, so they're gonna need your help. Spirit is saying do not help them because this is somebody who was in the background bippity bopping. trying to take you out, sending death spells your way, either for you to actually pass away or an ending to whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. You're trying to have your own business. You're trying to be stable. You know, you're trying to be abundant. You know, they want to delay you. They want to block you. You know, they was ending you, trying to end you. Yeah, look, and this is why, because they're under demonic possession. Okay, so Spirit is saying, do not help this person, because whatever's happening to them is karma. Okay, do not interfere with their karma. Yeah, holding on. They was really, again, for some of y'all, since childhood, for some of y'all, it could be a lover, a sibling, somebody. They was holding on to your energy, and you need to let go and let God. Okay, wrap it up, let go, release it. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, not following their hearts. And a diet change. Okay, so this could be maybe the karmic. So this could be you, collective. You know, Spirit has been telling you to eat more fruits, drink more water. Like I tell y'all all the time, I stopped eating meat. I was being guided to do that like already almost like 10 years ago, and I never looked back. All right, that's what raised my vibration. That's what opened up my third eye. You know, like it got me to do what I'm doing now, and I never expected this. That was me, though. Everybody's not the same. I know that there's different walks of life, you know, on this planet, but whoever this resonates with, if you was feeling guided to stop eating meat, to become vegetarian, this is your confirmation. Okay, you need to take action, because with this not following their heart, it's like you're not listening to your intuition. You're not following your heart. You're not following what Spirit is telling you to do. All right, what else? That was for somebody. What else, Holy Spirit? Trust your gut. Yo, you cannot make this up. Yes. And notice how it says gut. Like, Spirit is trying to be funny. Wow. Yeah, like your gut, you know, like... Because another card could have came out saying trust your intuition. But we got the one that says trust your gut. You know, like your gut, you know, like your heart is, you know, it's like telling you, don't eat this anymore. You know, maybe you're forcing it or something like that. Or maybe you was already feeling drawn to do that, to stop eating meat, and maybe people are calling you crazy for that. You know, I went through that for a while, you know, and then I stopped caring. I'm like, I don't care no more. Like, you know, like, why are you so pressed about what I'm eating? You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is, trust your gut, okay? Your intuition. All right, trust the signs. This is your confirmation. All right. So we have here mask. So somebody with a mask is it's like their mask is gonna fall off. All right, they're pretending like they care about you. Yeah, look. They're trouble, and look, they're being humbled. Okay, exactly. This person that was acting like they care about you, like they love you, whatever, like they was cool with you, wearing a mask this whole time. Now they're in trouble. They're being humbled by God. All right, this could be the person who was sending you these attacks. All right, so let's pull from another deck. All right, Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know at this time? Let's talk about this being humbled. What can we hear with being humbled? Wow. Yo, I'm telling you, they did a blood sacrifice. And I said, what can we hear? So I don't know. What can we hear with being humbled? I don't know. I said, what can we hear? Maybe maybe you're going to hear something about this. You're going to hear news about somebody getting locked up. All right. Because look, Death Magic Boomerang, this could be a blood sacrifice that they did. It's going back to sender. So, like I said, it doesn't have to be somebody passing away. It could just be a death to their freedom. And that's how it's going to manifest for them. They're going to end up getting locked up. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. So that was clarifying this humble card, okay? So this person is going to get humbled in this way. Somebody's getting locked up. What else? Look, cyber stalking. Wow. Let's see if it comes out. Because it's like, bro, 2 cards already with the same thing. Trials and tribulations. So that's what they're going to be going through, trials and tribulations. But there could be something about a trial, okay, getting locked up. Yeah, look, I don't know if you can have a trial with this, but there is definitely a court case. We have alimony and child support, or both. One or the other, or both. All right, so there's a karmic here that they're going to try to put somebody on child support and try to get money from alimony. All right. And we have here a karmic will be diagnosed with a mental illness. They're going to be admitted to a mental hospital, and this is going to be their karma, okay? They wanted you, again, an ending. They did a sacrifice. They try to offer you up. Whatever they did here, that's how it's going to end for them. They're going to end up going to a mental hospital. Tell me more. You're receiving sudden wealth. You're going to get a lump sum of money. Okay, so if you're waiting for some sum of money to come in, again, it could be trials and tribulations here. It could be a trial, something that got to do with court. This is your confirmation that you are going to get some type of money. Okay, let's see. Let's pull from here. All right, Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to receive at this time? Let's see the light. It's kind of dark. Hold on. Okay. All right. Tell us more. The letter S is significant. Somebody's first name, middle name, last name has an S in it. Tell us more. Okay, so somebody, maybe they're inviting you to a cipher to smoke with them, or something happened in a cipher. Okay, like a gathering, basically. All right, bad decision. The letter B. Six of Swords in the reverse. Wow, they're going to prison. They're not going to be, okay. So somebody is jealous of your job, your creativity, and the way that you make money easily. They're jealous, right? Now, there's something about a cipher, a bad decision. Somebody could have invited somebody to go to this. And that was going to be a bad decision. You know, like, oh, come smoke with us, come chill with us, whatever. Yesterday, it kept coming out about something about an invite to not go somewhere. So this could be that. Now, maybe they even, maybe somebody sells that. And they was like, listen, come through and, provide it. And you was like, listen, I don't got it, whatever. Like you just passed on that. So good job. Because it was a bad decision if you was to go. Because I see here now with the Six of Swords in the reverse, it's like, you could have ended up getting locked up with them. You wouldn't have been able to get out of this situation with the Six of Swords in the reverse. All right, so this is what's happening to this person. One of these people are getting locked up. They were trying to set you up. All right, again, locked up, prison, okay? A bartender, this could have been who was trying to set you up, telling you to come, bring the bud or come chill with us, something like that. Come to this event. I said it was an event. It was some type of event, like a sports event, or some type of gathering, okay? And it's good that you didn't go. All right, so now we have here child support. So child support and family. Okay, so family came out twice. And we have child support is coming out twice too. Somebody is trying to get somebody on child support. They're planning on doing this. All right, make sure you get a DNA test just to be sure. Tell us more, Holy Spirit. If you want to do what you got to do, make sure that you get, wow. That's what I'm saying. Make sure you get a DNA test. If you want to, some men put themselves on child support because they don't want to deal with baby mama drama, so if that's what you want to do, you want to be there for your child as you should, that's fine. But get a DNA test to be completely sure. And look, y'all, this is why shooting blanks, an infertile man. Listen, I tell y'all these things because I know from experience, from these readings that I be doing, the personal readings, the experiences of others. And I know people that have been got like this. All right. That the man is infertile. Lately, that been coming out a lot lately with men being infertile because they're on opioids. They're popping perks or doing something. They're popping some type of pills or something. And they're on opioids and they're becoming infertile. And they don't understand that that's what's happening. And then the woman, they're desperately trying to trap them. This is what I know from somebody's experience, okay? Like, it's not fake. This is real. They really be on some shit like this. These karmics, they are so desperate to lock a dude down that they will go get pregnant by somebody else to pin the baby on the man who's infertile. But the man who's infertile has the money, has the stability. For some of y'all, this is the husband. And they need, they need to lock the husband down as much as they can. Again, we got child support, alimony. They want to lock them in with everything. So they go ahead and they go get pregnant with somebody else. All right, we saw the other day a karmic was trying to get pregnant with a young kid. Okay, like that's how desperate they are, so that she could pin that baby on the divine masculine, on the masculine that got the money, that got the stability, but he is infertile. All right, and that's why I say get a DNA test, because that's what this karmic is doing. Let me plug in my phone real quick. Hold on. That's what this karmic is doing. All right, trying to keep somebody on deck by any means necessary. Okay, so that's what I be calling the Pokemon masters. Like they're like, I want you to be my baby daddy, you're gonna be the husband. It's you. Even if I gotta force it, even if I gotta go get pregnant by a kid, Even if I gotta go get pregnant by some random, like just to force it so that you could fit the description that they have in their mind of the happy family, it's really sickening, and it's a mental illness, and that's probably why we have here that somebody's gonna end up going to a mental hospital, because that is a mental illness when you want to force something so bad like that you don't even care about the other person's feelings. You don't care about the child's feelings. You don't care about the family that is connected, like the family that thinks that this child is related to them. It's like you're not thinking about nobody but yourself. I feel like smacking these type of bitches, yo, for real. Should be pissing me off, bro. Like, I don't even want to get too deep into it. Anyways, these people right here, they all need to go to the mental hospital, okay? So look, you could work from home. Somebody works from home. Again, you make money easily, all right? You could be working from home. You could be using your spiritual gifts like me, and they're just mad that this is what you do. Like, people just be mad for the weirdest things. When I was getting into the spiritual community, like, I did not think that people would be jealous of that. Like, I just thought, ooh, I found my own lane. I was never part of the other lanes, the BBL warriors, the OnlyFans girls, none of that, So I find my lane, and now those same hoes is mad because they don't got spiritual gifts. But we could all do that. All they need to do is get away from everything and do the healing like I did, but they don't want to do that. So they hate. Okay, right here, haters. And they try to bippity bop you, and they keep tabs on you, and they try to siphon from you. Like, it's just so crazy. Like, you're going to have haters no matter what you do. Even if you sell bread, okay? I don't know, somebody sells bread. That was so random. Like, you can sell bread for a living. Because, there's so many different types of bread, okay? You can sell bread, and they're still going to be mad that you sell bread. They're going to be jealous. All right? You can sell wheat bread, and they're mad that you sell wheat bread. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I said something about an event. Didn't I say that? And maybe they wanted you to go to the event to bring them some bud or something, or to chill with them, and you did not go. We have here an Amazon driver or an Amazon worker is significant. This could be you or them. All right. What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, there's haters in everything that you do. Yeah, they're going to study you. They're going to try to do what you do. And when they see that they cannot do it like you, because they can have the recipe, but they will never have the flavor. Okay. Period. Okay. So when they do that, they start telling lies. They start attacking you because they cannot keep up with you. All right. We have a male escort. Somebody who be selling his ding-a-ling out here is involved. Tell me more. Stop. Listen, stop. You see the word, right? Stop doing that. Stop playing with your ding-a-ling or with your pom-pom. Stop it. Okay? It says here they're trying to siphon from your sacral chakra. Okay, your actual, and I'm trying not to say the word actual, okay? S-E-actual. YouTube, it's because of YouTube, y'all. Chakra, okay? That chakra is connected to when you do this, okay? So you need to stop doing that because they're really trying to siphon from your energy. And it could be your own family. Isn't that crazy? That's disturbing. That's how weird they are. That's how weird these people are because they do have a demonic attachment and they just want the energy. All right, and look. Online bullying. Something definitely keeps coming out about virtual stalking, cyber stalking. Look, they could be taking it to the next level for some of y'all and trying to message you and harass you online. They're pressed. And we have here going to now sacrifice one of their own. Yeah, they're definitely pressed and stressed at this time. All right, they're going to have to sacrifice one of their own because they try to sacrifice you and that didn't work. So let's see what we could get. Let's see what we could get with that. Holy Spirit, can you clarify this sacrificing one of their own? The Emperor. Okay, this could be a father figure, a father. And we got a King of Cups, yo. Both cards is father figure and father. So definitely, this person here. Okay, so he's going to sacrifice one of his own. All right, who he's going to sacrifice? All right, there's a masculine energy. It could be right here, this male escort, the one who was slanging his ding-a-ling. All right, let's see. But it's definitely a masculine energy, and this person is going to sacrifice one of their own. It could be one of their people in their group. It could be one of their children. Wow, look, you see that? That's a sonogram. I'm going to keep going and see if it comes out. But it could be that. Tell me, Holy Spirit. Whoa, you cannot make this up. Oh my God. Yo. OMG. Listen, this father is going to do that to one of his own. And I'm trying not to say the triggering words. I don't want to trigger anything on YouTube. But yeah, OMG. Wow. Look, y'all. Look, because he could have found out that, again, that she cheated. Yo, didn't I just say that? Like, somebody cheated with somebody else just to pin, and then we have, look, origin, you know, maybe from her hometown. Maybe she's from her hometown or something. So maybe it's somebody from her hometown, right? With origin. And then with the third wheel, it's like she used this person to have, you know, this child. All right? So now this masculine here is going to do this to this child. Okay, so it doesn't have to be that someone's going to pass. All right, like I have to make sure I keep telling y'all that, because I've noticed that it's not always like that. A lot of times they initiate these kids into these organizations, these religions or whatever, and they use these kids and they use them as energy, you know, battery energies, you know. But sometimes, unfortunately, they do. All right, and the kid could get sick, and then, you know, it's a pass. Oh my God, yo, I don't like to say those type of things. Listen, look at that. I don't like to say those type of messages, but I just got to give the message. That's what I'm getting, y'all. All right, because I feel like in my mind's eye, Spirit is showing me this for a reason about a child drowning. I keep seeing that, and I've been showing y'all online. I've been showing y'all on Instagram. I think I posted it on YouTube. Those articles. I just keep seeing so many articles. So listen, just protect y'all kids. If you're having problems with your baby daddy, don't. Okay, don't let him stay with this child. All right. But again, it's something about the karmic, you know, that was cheating. So this is there's a masculine here that they found out that a karmic is cheating, and but this is not a good masculine. This is a masculine that is he's part of this coven. He could be, you know, the leader. Because look, we have here a leader. He could be the coven leader. You know, the emperor is also, like, you know, the boss, the authority that we see here, powerful leader. All right. So definitely with these cards is a father. Okay. He has a child, and he's going to sacrifice one of these kids. And this is the confirmation right here. Maybe he got somebody pregnant. Listen, this goes back to what I be talking about. And I don't be wanting to say too much about that either, but there's people in these industries that they get a lot of people pregnant, and this is why they do that. Like, when you be asking yourself why this person has so many baby mamas, why this person keeps getting so many people pregnant, this is why. Because they're doing this. They're using these babies as these sacrifices. And like I said, a lot of them don't pass away. A lot of them they use to siphon from their energy, like they did to us, siphoning since we were a child. All right. And for me in particular, this woman that was doing this, she was somebody that, you know, I thought I could trust, because I was little, and she, you know, she was my relative, and she was just feeding me. And when she was feeding me, that's how she was siphoning the energy. You know, I didn't go through nothing, you know, traumatic or nothing like that. It was just very sneaky, just the way that she was doing it. It was feeding me every time I was overeating her food and stuff like that, and she was siphoning from my energy. So that's confirmation right there. And you know, when you find these things out, you just cut them off, and you just wrap it up, close out the cycle. And that's what I did. I cut off everybody. You know, I only have the closest, my very close relatives is the only ones that I'm sticking close to. You know what I'm saying? These people right here, they could all go. I don't care. So the same thing you need is what you need to do. Just don't care. Close out the cycle and move on. All right? Because these people, they don't deserve you. Okay? They don't deserve your energy anymore. Yeah, scorn. They could be mad, you know, that you pull your energy back, because they need your energy. All right? So whoever this person here is, this person, he's going to do this with this kid. All right? And also, there was another thing that it popped up in my old block in New York. It was some young kid. He was young. He was like 20 or something like that. And the girl was young too. There was a young couple. And she was having problems with the baby daddy. And she let the kid go with his father. And he threw the kid over the bridge. Rest in peace. But, you know, that little boy, he's free. You know, he's not here dealing with all this crap. He's free, so. But still, it was horrible. It's a horrible situation. So it's just going back that there's something going on right now in the energy with these kids. Like, it's so many articles popping up. Yeah, look. With kids, I'm telling you, it's something in the energy right now. We need to be careful. Whoever has kids, you know, just be very vigilant. All right? Because definitely there's something going on right now in the energy. With kids in particular. And something about drowning. Yeah, I just saw be cautious. All right? The letter N is significant. All right? Somebody that sells lashes and weaves or wears lashes and weaves is significant. We have Instagram and social media. So again, or maybe they sell it on social media. They sell lashes and weave on social media. They can have a business and they're jealous of your business. You know how you make money easily on your social media for some of y'all. This is again also with social media, going back to the virtual stalking, that they just keep stalking you. They're keeping tabs on you. All right, tell me more. A bank teller is involved. So this is going back to them getting locked up. They was doing something here. And then we have here, look at that, an ex-lover and an ex-friend, and it says that baby was made through SEX magic. You see how trifling these girls are? I'm telling you, this baby, the baby could belong to the ex-friend. Okay, we picked up on that before. The ex-friend, the cousin, the neighbor, the homie, like that been coming out for so long. And that baby with SEX magic, it's like she could have put illusions up around that person, you know, so that they don't deny her. They don't reject her. They let her get her way with them. You know, even though they still did it, but since we have SEX magic, that's what it's given. You know, like she manipulated it, the whole thing. Is like a target. Like they target these men, and men do it too. But right now, that's what I'm getting. Like a Carmisha did this, and that baby that she has is not his. So there's like some karmic affair going on here. All right, we have here, they're going to message you as a setup. All right, so we picked up on this yesterday too. And like I said, that's for this event. All right, we have here full moon plotting. Voodoo's being done. Okay, so yeah, don't go to whatever event they invite you to. That's what that was. They was going to invite you to go somewhere. Right here, look, festival, parade, an event. Or it could be a cipher, you know, like basically this is just a gathering. And again, maybe you got this, and they, you know, they want you to bring it or something. Don't go. This is a setup, okay? They're gonna try to set you up. All right, let's see. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What else? What's this? Parole revoked. Somebody staying in jail. All right, they was trying to get parole. And no. So we got somebody that's locked up or somebody who's getting locked up. Look, again, this social media stuff keeps coming out. Like they're heavily watching you. It says here, they offered you up as a human sacrifice. Look at that. You see what I'm saying, y'all? You see what I'm saying? All right. It says here to gain power and wealth. It will be a burden. They will always need to keep doing it. And they will always need to, you know, keep making sacrifices to be able to maintain this wealth, this power. So that's what they're doing. They keep on trying to sacrifice you and it's not working. And they're going overseas, or they're sending somebody overseas to do voodoo on you. All right. So I remember we kept picking up that they was going to be fighting on a trip. This could be this trip right here. They could be going overseas, acting like they're going on vacation. They're not going on vacation. They're going overseas to do voodoo, and that shit is going to ruin their lives even more. They're going to lose all this wealth, all this power. You're going to see a lot of people lose a lot of, you know, public recognition. All right. A lot of power. All right, look, we have a burner phone, and somebody, they could have been or doing this, or they're trying to do this. Here, it says here, hidden air tag to track your location. Maybe you have a burner phone because you don't want somebody to track your location, okay? Or there's a karmic that, again, they could be trying to go on the run, and they are trying to get a burner phone because they know that they're being on an investigation. We have an electrician that is coming out here. We have here ex-military. All right. What else, Holy Spirit? So they keep trying to do these sacrifices, keep trying to offer you up, keep trying to set you up. Nothing's happening. You are too protected, and you are very much aware of what they're doing. A farmer is involved in this. What else? Or maybe something about a farm or property. It says here, continuous SEX has created a soul tie. This is why you got to be careful who you have an SEX with, because somebody has created a soul tie with a karmic, okay? And this karmic does not want to let you go. They're trying real hard to not let go. What else? A hate campaign against you, okay? So there was somebody here trying to get people against you, all right? People to look at you wrong. They was jealous though. It says a teacher will get fired and lose their teaching license. So there's a teacher that's involved in this. They're losing their license, their teaching license, and they're gonna get fired. This is their karma. Tell me more. A cashier is involved. This could be you or somebody else. We have here green eyes, okay? That a J could be significant. Somebody could be named Green Eyes, or somebody has green eyes. All right? All of these people are getting humbled one by one. Each and every one of them. Everybody that was involved. And look, did not say the karmic was smashing the neighbor. Right here. Confirmation. They was having SEX with the neighbor. Okay? So this is who this baby is. And this is why this neighbor couldn't resist. Because this karmic was doing magic on this person. That's for some of y'all. Okay. All right. What else? They poisoned your loved one. If somebody's loved one passed over, or they had gotten sick or something like that, there's a karmic here that was doing this. All right. We have here Kia. Somebody has a Kia vehicle, or this could be somebody's name. So they poisoned your loved one. Okay. Your relative or whoever you feel was poisoned. This is your confirmation. What else? And an ex-con. Okay, so an ex-con is significant. Could have been a lot of people that was in on this. The money they stole is drying up. Yeah, look. So, wow. So, they could have poisoned like a grandparent or someone that passed away. And maybe there was some type of money that was left to you. They stole this money from you. And this person that passed away, they was setting up this person. They already was targeting this person. You know, they could have gotten life insurance policy, whatever they did. Or if it was an inheritance, like I said, it could be an inheritance, a home, a land, property, and money. And they took this money. All right. So this is part of their karma. The money's drying up. All right. Somebody that works in the beauty industry is significant. This could be you or somebody involved. Tell me more. Request not granted. Okay, so request again. This sacrifice they keep trying to do, it's not happening. A karmic Taurus is significant. Yeah, look, out of town. That's what I'm telling you. They keep doing this sacrifice. They're going out of town or out of the country, overseas, to do this voodoo, and it got rejected. It's not going to be granted. You are too protected. What else? So they're trying to get rid of you or trying to find a way to keep on siphoning from you. It says here they lied on their oath. Somebody's immunity is going to be revoked. Okay, so there's a case, like I said, somebody lied, okay? They lied on their oath, so whatever immunity they had is getting revoked, and they're going to have to do time. We have here for financial aid. Somebody that's saying for money. All right, bottom of the deck. They are scared that you will press charges, okay? So again, what they did for financial aid, for money, they stole from you. They did all of this crazy shit that we've been picking up on every day. You know, all this scheming and scamming that they doing. That's why now they're making all types of sacrifices here, because they cannot take you out. So now they're scared that you're going to press charges. That's why they keep trying to take you out too, because they probably know that you know, maybe you have expressed that you know what they're doing or something like that. And they're like, wait, we cannot let this happen. We have here, let me see what fell. Mother wounds, okay? Somebody that has mother wounds is significant. Tell me more. A male child is involved in this. Somebody could have a child, a male child with this karmic. Or this could be the child that this person is planning to sacrifice. This is crazy. All right, look, a trauma bond connection. So that's again this trauma thing that we picked up on earlier. This connection, this soul tie. It says here a prison employee is involved, and we have a death certificate. I'm telling you, this is what they did for money. This is what they did for this money, and now this money is drying up. They got a fake death certificate on you. They could have said that you passed away, and then they try now to actually make it happen. And look, you could be seeing 444, and 444 is protection, letting you know that you are protected. So again, whatever they're trying to do, it ain't working. And like I said, somebody could be a hood pharmacist, a dealer. Okay, that's why we saw the cipher that somebody, you know, maybe they wanted you to come over to bring it to them because they know that you are a dealer. Okay, now look what's this. Destruction powder blown on your front door, work, or your desk. Okay, so again, they could have blown this destruction powder in front of the door where they wanted you to come bring it, you know, bring it to them where this event was. This was basically, it was supposed to, like, if you walk past it, like you know, like they leave it right here and you walk over it, then you know it's supposed to ruin your life. Okay, but you are protected. It's not working. Okay, you cannot save them. Spirit is saying don't try to save them. Okay, because they're karmics and look what they're doing to you anyways. It says here, they keep doing the same shit and expecting different results. Yes, they are insane. They keep on trying to take you out and they're not realizing that you are protected. All right, they could be on dating sites trying to holler at you. Again, all this virtual stalking that they're doing. This could be dating sites, or this could be on social media trying to send you DMs, fake pages, trying to talk to you. And it's a karmic, okay? It says they're trying to sprinkle voodoo dust. Wow, like you cannot make this up. Somebody could have a white Nissan or a white vehicle, all right? And they could be trying to sprinkle this shit on your vehicle. All right, look, we got 2 cars right here. That's what it is. They're trying to sprinkle that shit on something, and they need you to walk over it or to sit at your work desk, whatever. But I just keep getting, it's like this event that they're trying to invite you to. All right, or if you see them randomly in front of your door, you know, or in your neighborhood, or you know, like you just see them, you're like, what are you doing here? That's what they're doing. Look, they're in a group, they're in a coven. A coven is a group of witches and warlocks. They're in some type of religion that is not really religion, it's darkness. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they're into. And this is this group meeting. This is what this is about you and how they cannot take you out. They don't know what else to do. So now they're telling them, put this powder, we got 2 cards, put this powder over there, over here, whatever, so that you could fall into this freaking powder. Not gonna happen. Okay? All right, so let me pull some names. And then we're going to close this out. All right, Holy Spirit. Let's see. Whoa. What names are significant here? If you see your name, it's letting you know, pay attention. If you see a karmic's name, it's letting you know, yep, they're involved. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay. We have here Donna, Marcella, Hall, Cunningham, Lee, Jade, Ford, Otis, Joyce, Terry, Eddie, Remy, Pamela, Rhonda, Sarah, Kendra, and Joelle. Whitley, Shepard, Marley, Moses, Odin, Miles, Raven, Alex, Gordon, Munoz, Kira, Peter, Rulinda, Henson, De Leon, Luigi, Geraldine, Oscar, Dale, Henson, Regina. And then we have this one, Florentino, Hudson, Nixon, Garvey, Omar, Kyle, Duffy, Long, Cohen, Bianca, Jahira, Yaya, Lonnie, Jones, Shauna, Ward, Carla, Franklin, Portia, Roger, Flores, McGregory, Willie, Burns, Karina, Randolph, Shad, and Burley. Here we go with Burley. There's only one Burley out there, bitch. All right, y'all. So that's what I got here. Okay. I hope I was able to bring clarity and confirmation. Spiritual court is now adjourned. Peace.